And we're good. Yay. Things are singing. Our Twitch is twitching. Ark is chilling in the background. Hi, Ark. Bam. Alrighty. And everything should be nice and hunky-dory with no explosions. Hopefully. We should probably be fine, though. Let me send these. Try 2 weeks of Nitro. I don't wanna. Bam. Yeah. Alrighty. Because today we will be doing something that I talked about the other day that I want to do, just because I want to talk about it, because I think Dead by Daylight, as far as its lore and world building and all the fun jazz that's not the gameplay, is very neat. If you don't know, I'm a huge horror fan. I grew up watching horror movies with my mom and playing horror video games. I fucking love horror, and I love like all genres of horror. I love real horror. I love true crime. I love like silly, spooky shit. Honestly, like Scary Cute is like my favorite. Things like Gregory Horror Show, in particular, is like a good example. I love scary, cute things. I just like cute things in general, though. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. If it's all puppies and sunshines, I'm generally happy. So yeah, I love horror. We will be talking about to me, the best thing about Dead by Daylight, the killers. If you don't know, really quickly, let me explain what the hell Dead by Daylight is. Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical horror game where one player controls a killer and 4 players are playing as survivors who are trying to fix generators in order to open gates so that they can escape. These are referred to as trials, and they are run by a being known as the Entity. The Entity is essentially an all-powerful spider god that feeds off of people's emotions. So the various things and mechanics that are present within Dead by Daylight are in lore explained by the Entity, essentially giving favor or disfavor to certain things or other things in order to heighten the emotions of both survivors and killers in order to feed and become all-powerful and consume the world. And I think that's neat. That's really cool. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the lore of these killers because I, again, find it fascinating and think it's the best part of Dead by Daylight as a whole. And then we'll talk about... Oh, God. And then we'll talk about whether or not I, as old, tiny, 5'6", 130-pound Rainbow Dragonite, what I could do to be able to put up with these killers. So, really quick, let's talk about it. Let me scoot myself over. Ah! Where is it? There it is. Bam. Alright, here's the tier list. Alright. I don't know exactly how I'm going to phrase these tiers yet. I know a couple of them, so really quick. You like the new form of Starving and Fusion Dragon? Yes, I do. I'm definitely gonna get try out Predator Plants when that comes out in Master Duel again. Alright. Highest tier. I'm cooked. I think that one's self-explanatory. I want no smoke. I am beyond fucked. Alright, and I have an idea for these other ones really quick. This one. It's 50-50. I don't think anyone's gonna be here, but we're gonna put it down there anyway. Alright, this one. I must channel the power of Usain Bolt and run like my life, cause it does depend on it. Alright, and this one? I'm throwing hands. I'm fighting. Alright, listen. There will not be many people there. But there will be some, alright? There will absolutely be some where, listen, I don't care how small I know I am absolutely throwing hands with those characters when we get there. Oh, wait, matter of fact, hold on, better idea. Because I have another one that I know I'm gonna need. So, we'll make this one 50-50. And we'll make this one Talk no Jutsu. Alright? Listen! If there's one thing I'm good at, and that I have a real-life track record of, it is talking people out of violence against me. I think there are a handful that I might be able to convince to just leave me alone. So I think, you know what? I like those tiers so far. I think those tiers are pretty good. Don't worry, we'll add more as we need, because I already know I'm going to be adding 2 more. Alrighty, now that all the preamble's out of the way, now that I've explained what Dead by Daylight is, let me open this really quick. I'm going to make this smaller. I have the wiki open, because like I mentioned, I would like to talk about some of these guys' lore. Because, again, I find it fascinating. Alright, really quick, let me do some adjustments. Ah, wrong button! Alrighty. So yeah, there are currently 41 killers in Dead by Daylight. Technically 42 with the new Vecna from Stranger Things. But that's basically just this Vecna, and you know, the Vecna from D&D is cooler than the Vecna in Stranger Things, so I don't care. So yeah. Up first. Hello? You doing right there? There we go. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Trapper. The man on the front cover. This guy is the face of the game. Evan McMillan. So, I'm going to not read verbatim the lore. I'm just going to bullet point it. Because if I read verbatim, I feel like that would be really boring and robotic, and I don't want to do that. Well, I mean, I can read stuff. Long story short, Evan McMillan was the son of the McMillan estate, a family that owned a large iron production factory. But over time, Evan's father would mentally deteriorate and would go crazy. And unfortunately, Evan was not the kind of person to disobey his father. And a lot of bad things happened because Evan just blindly followed his deteriorating father's orders. Most notably, killing all of his ironworks workers in a tunnel accident that he orchestrated. And yeah, he has essentially gone off the deep end because of that. Now, like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm just going to have to gloss over for time's sake. We have a lot of killers to talk about. But yeah. And now, aside from that, what I will talk about, aside from their lore, is their power, right? What do they do to fight me? Because we've already got across his lore. We already know he is very crazy. We already know he's loyal to a fault. Although, surprisingly, Evan is not necessarily loyal to the entity. Evan has actually tried on several occasions to disobey the entity's orders and ends up injured or otherwise incapacitated because of it. You might be able to see a couple of spikes sticking out of him. That was the entity's doing, most likely. As punishment, essentially, for disobeying its orders. So Evan is actually quite reluctant against the entity, but is absolutely unstable enough where talking him down is not an option. Not at all. As you might guess by his title, The Trapper, his main ability are bear traps. With careful planning, he will set down several bear traps in order to, cut off survivors' escape routes and in order to gain an advantage. Now, for gameplay reasons, this is not really great and makes him one of the weaker killers, but in real life, a fucking bear trap to the legs hurts like hell, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So, how would this go down? I'm going to assume, let's say we're not in a trial. Let's say we are in real life and we are not in a trial, but they still have powers granted by the entity. That will be important for later. So let's assume they all have their powers, and we meet, just in the middle of nowhere. Just the middle of the woods, right? Where no one knows anything about where we are, and I encounter this person. What then is my goal? Well, for Trapper, it's very simple. I'm fucking running. He needs... I'm not fighting this guy. This guy is 6'5", fucking 280 pounds of pure muscle. And physically, a lot of the killers are just lifting entire people with one arm over their shoulders and walking them down several fucking areas. I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting him. I am absolutely not fighting the Trapper. I am running. I can't talk him down. There's no 50-50. There's no odds of me fighting. Run. That's my plan. That is my plan. That is my TED Talk for Trapper. Up next. Up next. The Wraith. Our boy, Philippe Ojomo. The Wraith is a rather sad soul. The Wraith has been a rather unhappy life history, a rather downtrodden man, unfortunately, for him and me. So if I move this, is that, no, we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the song. So, the Wraith, as a child, his essentially surrogate mother was killed by soldiers, and he was also about to be killed. But the entity reached out to him in order to give him the strength to kill said soldiers. He would later move to America, where he would work at Asimov's repair shop, a car totaling organization. Unfortunately, Asimov is not a very nice man, and Asimov would take payments to get rid of people in his vehicle compactor. And Philip, unknowingly, was complicit in this. And Philip did not like that. You see, Philip, upon finding out that Asimov was using him as a tool to kill several people for the Mafia and other various organizations, Philip fucking decapitated him and ripped out his spine. That weapon he has is Asimov's skull and spine. Along with this, upon entering the realm, the entity gave Philip a bell, which would then cloak and uncloak Philip in pure invisibility. Now, it is very likely that Philip probably doesn't need the bell in order to actually do this. There are conflicting reports on whether or not he needs the bell. But there is a long-running fan theory that he rings the bell as a warning to survivors, because Philip does not like what has happened in his life, but he especially does not like what he has become. He is very mournful and sorry for the things he's done, and regrets it. Unfortunately, he is a bit too closely tied to the entity's strength, and I can't talk him down. Otherwise, I would like to. I think he would like to as well. Philip very much seems like the kind of person who just has been manipulated into doing bad his whole life despite not wanting to. So I can't talk him down. Unfortunately, because of how close his power is tied to the entity, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to just, like, you know, pop out all of a sudden. He is invisible from, like, far away, but only partially invisible when he's close up. He does ring his bell when he goes invisible and when he comes out of invisibility. And there's, you can hear him. But now hearing, thankfully for me, is one of my strong suits. I will be able to hear him approaching, but he's really fast. I'm gonna be real, despite him trying his absolute hardest to make it otherwise, I don't think I can actually deal with the Wraith. He'll regret it, I'll regret it, he'll hate it, I'll hate it, but I don't think there's anything either of us can do in this situation. I can't run away from him. He moves way faster than me. His power doesn't really require preparation, and despite the warning signs, I'm just not gonna be able to actually sufficiently gather enough distance to escape. I don't think I could be, it's not happening, unfortunately. I want it to, you know what, hold on. Let's see, you know what, new tier, new row below. What would I call this? Cause, like, under different circumstances, I think I would get along with Philip. Unfortunately, based on the circumstances that are currently present in Dead by Daylight, as he was being encountered to kill me, you know what, we'll just leave him in I'm cooked for now. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. We'll I can't. I wish it would be different. He wishes it would be different, but I can't. Up next, Max Thompson Jr., the Hillbilly. I am so fucking beyond cooked. It's not even funny. So the Hillbilly has a very fucked up life. Born to Max Thompson Sr. and Evelyn Thompson, his parents are assholes. He was born very disfigured and shut away from society, basically only taken out in order to slaughter farm animals. So the only freedom that this man knew for whatever minor amounts of time it possibly was to just kill farm animals, was to just kill things. All he did was kill shit. That's it. He just got brought out to kill things, just lambs to the slaughter, quite literally, and he was the slaughter. And naturally, eventually over some time, he escaped from his parents and ran off. And oh boy, did he leave the only fucking brutal mess behind afterwards. There was just a massive amounts of just like really bad fucking lore, like just everywhere, like not lore, just fucking a massacre of all the farm animals. They're all gone. It was just a mess. On top of that, hold on, I'm gonna actually double check this one because I'm pretty sure it is relevant to what I want to talk about here. Yes, I was, So, the way that most of the lore is written in Dead by Daylight, it's not necessarily vague, but it's written in ways where it can be a little esoteric to truly discern what happens. But one day, Hillbilly Senior, had some cops come up. Some crooked, potentially. It's kind of hard to know whether a man like Hillbilly Senior is being honest or not when it comes to the telling of that kind of thing. But Hillbilly Senior tells that the cops are crooked. So he leads them to Hillbilly, to Junior, and Junior kills an entire squad of police. And the chief. Hi, Rick Andy! So yeah, this collecting all 1,025 Pokemon. Good fucking luck. Yeah, good luck. Yay. Yeah, we're talking about Dead by Daylight today, because I really want to talk about Dead by Daylight, because I like Dead by Daylight's lore, but I don't like Dead by Daylight's gameplay, so we're mostly just going to be yapping about lore and just talking about why the killers are cool and whatnot. Hold on, let me turn off my heater, actually. The temperature is surprisingly good in my room. Gotten 80 so far. Yay! So yeah, Hillbilly, I can't fight him. I can't talk him down. I'm not outrunning him because when he uses his chainsaw, because I forgot to mention his power. Yeah, his power is his chainsaw. Now you might be thinking, well, what's so bad about a fucking chainsaw? As long as you're not in melee range, it's pretty bad, right? No! Because this motherfucker gets a goddamn speed boost when he uses his chainsaw! Yeah, I'm cooked! I can't fight him! I'm so dead! Against Hillbilly, it's not funny! How long do you think it will take me? What game are you doing it in? And are you utilizing things like Wonder Trade and or the GTS and whatnot? The cards? Oh yeah, you know what? I believe 3 months. I think you can do 3 months. Yeah, I believe 3 months. God, I need to cut my nails again. Baby, baby. to sort most of your bulk. You need 2 more binders. Yeah, I feel that. Alrighty, on to our next killer. The nurse. Quickly, Sally Smithson. God, where do we begin with the nurse? Alrighty, will it be worth it when I get older? If you enjoyed it, absolutely. Listen, time spent having fun is not time wasted. Alright, let's talk about some nurse lore. Sally Smithson. All full out will be a stretch, don't want to spend your soul. I get it. Sally Smithson was a normal woman who had a loving husband named Andrew. Andrew being a lumberjack. Unfortunately, Andrew passed away on the job, as lumberjack is a rather notoriously lethal job. So Andrew unfortunately passed away on the job. Andrew Tate? I fucking hope not! I didn't know he was there! Oh, Lord. So yeah, because of that, because Andrew was dead, Sally needed to find a job. And the only job that she could find was at Crotus Pren Asylum. Crotus Pren Mental Asylum, where Sally would work for years. And unfortunately, working at a mental asylum is rather taxing on one's mental sanity. Was there job centers there? Dude, do you know how much I wish we had fucking job centers here in America? It blows my mind that we don't have, like, straight up job centers here. Like, trying to find a fucking job here sucks. It especially sucks for me, because a lot of the stuff I was particularly interested in is now just being fucking flooded with AI, so, you know, that's fun. Thanks, AI, you made my fucking RAM, like, quadruple in price, and I can't find a job. So, yeah. You're AI. Nah. AI can't cry. So yeah. After about, 2 decades of working at a fucking mental asylum, as you might imagine, now it's unknown exactly what era Sally worked, but based on her clothing, it's very likely that she worked during the early 1900s. Which is extra bad! So, yeah, she was not treated well by anyone. Not by staff, not by patients, not by anyone. And she went crazy. How crazy? She killed all the patients at Crotus Pren Asylum. All of them. All of them. Bye, Rare Candy! So yeah, this woman fucking iced out an entire mental hospital. So yeah, she also killed 4 staff members. So yeah, that's great. Upon finding her, emergency staff would then put her into an ambulance and then try and escape. However, it is extremely likely that upon approach to a hospital that the ambulance crashed and lit on fire and burned, hence why she is covered. And it is then where the entity reached out to her in order to add her to its collection of killers. The entity is usually referred to by female pronouns, so I will try and remember that, or just refer to it as, because it is also considered straight up an ancient being. So, you know, there's that too. But yeah, that is when the entity took the nurse for herself. As for the nurse's ability, because as you'd imagine, well, what the fuck would a nurse really do? Like, this woman is like your height, Dragonite. Like, I'm pretty sure you could fight her. I can't. The entity gifted her very strong psychokinetic powers. Able to destroy the various barricades that are present within the maps of the realm, lift survivors, and most importantly, and the reason why she's going and I'm cooked, teleportation. The nurse is able to teleport twice in succession through objects, terrain, and floors to approach her targets and strike. And because she can do it twice, I literally cannot juke her. I literally cannot run away from her. And because of her psychokinetic abilities, I absolutely can't fight her. It is very likely that she is highly loyal to the entity, so I can't talk her down either. That being said, she still occasionally shows twinges of humanity every once in a while. One of the abilities that the entity allows killers to have is referred to as Memento Mori, where the killer is allowed to kill a survivor without doing a ritual. Just straight up use whatever power they have to just essentially execute a survivor on the spot. And Nurse's Mori is she chokes you. But after choking you, she then very gently closes your eyes afterwards, which is a very bizarre act of mercy for someone who is very off-hinge and very murderous. So, unfortunately, I don't think that's enough to really warrant putting her in 50-50 or Talk no Jutsu, because I can't run away from her, I'm not going to be able to fight her, I can't talk her down. And there's no 50-50 here, I am cooked. Up next. Do I need to explain this one? Do I really need to explain why 6 foot plus, quiet as a fucking dormouse, stalking you everywhere you go, fucking strong enough to lift you up with his bare hand without the entity's power, strong enough to impale you to a wall with a knife-ass motherfucker, strong enough to fucking eat several bullets, hospital explosions, fucking being run over by a car, being decapitated? I'm not fighting Michael Myers! I'm not even gonna talk about the lore for this one. You all know the fucking lore. It's Michael fucking Myers. I'm dead. Let me do myself a favor. Let me, like, prepare 3 of these in advance. Here we go. I'm dead. I'm turbo dead. There is not a fucking realm in the entity's realm or otherwise where I survive against Michael Myers. Alright? I am not a final girl. At best, I will be the last person that dies so that the final girl is able to escape. I'm not surviving. I'm cooked. Turbo cooked. I'm done. Next, the Hag. Let's talk about her. Lisa Sherwood, the Hag. Lisa Sherwood's lore is quite unfortunate. You see, she is lived in an isolated village for the most part. However, she has a rather unfortunate fascination with hexes. And hexes are one of the many mechanics present in Dead by Daylight. Long story short, within the trials, certain killers with the powers given by the entity can enchant totems, hex totems, in order to gift them strong abilities. Unfortunately, let's just say this ability to hex is not the greatest for her or me. We're gonna read one of her lores here, because this one's rather important. Because, again, there's just a ton of these. But yeah, her whole life, essentially, she was fascinated with these hexes, but... and despite warnings from family, she would keep on investing in the hexes. Eventually gaining a friend that would help and share her fascination with hexes. But, yeah, let's just say the fascination with hexes saved her. It did. It's rather important that it did. Because she was kidnapped. Essentially by flesh-eating cannibals. And, using what she knew of the hexes, the entity was summoned, gifted her immense power, and transformed her into what we see now. Because of this, she is immensely loyal to the entity. And so I can't talk her down. So there's that. I'm not going to be able to talk down the hag. But, would I be able to run away from the hag? Maybe. The hag's power is placing down her own personal sigils, where after upon using these sigils, if you get close enough to one, you will get jump scared, but she can teleport to the sigil afterwards. So, with a keen enough perception, you will be able to note out these sigils. Oh, hold on. Anyway, so yes, she is able to place down sigils and teleport to these sigils if you get close enough in order to trigger it. With a keen enough perception, you'll be able to notice the sigils and avoid them. So as long as you don't get close enough to a sigil, she cannot chase. And because of that, I think I can run. I think I can sufficiently run away from the hag. I'm not going to fight her, because her fucking bare hands are literally fucking razor-sharp claws that can disembowel you. Because her Mori is her literally disemboweling you with her bare hands and eating your insides. I'm not fighting that. But I will be running. I will absolutely be running. Up next, the doctor. Probably one of my favorite of the original killers in Dead by Daylight, mostly because of his laugh. I absolutely love the Doctor's laugh. It is very cool. As for his lore, yeah, this guy was fucked up before the entity got hit him. This guy worked at Larry's Memorial Institute, where he would basically just experiment on people for the fuck of it. He just be experimenting on people, just all the time, just all the time. Like, it's not good. It's super not good. Like, it got to a point where people in higher positions would just send people to Larry's Institute and then, like, scrape records, right? They just kind of sent them to him and just didn't give a shit. At least that was his original lore. His lore has since essentially been retconned slightly, mostly having to do with a mentor. But otherwise, practically identical. Not enough to matter. What's his power, right? How does he fight? Well, as you might imagine, with the electricity surging from his fucking cranium, the Doctor is able to channel large spurts of electricity and shoot them forward in various shapes in order to electrocute you. However, this electrocution is not just painful. It doesn't really hurt you, but it hurts. More importantly, it inflicts a status condition on you known as madness. And madness literally makes you more delirious and more just insane the more he affects you with it. How this works in-game mechanically is really interesting, actually. He'll make it so that you hear fake footsteps, see fake doctors, hear fake terror radiuses. I forgot to mention, yeah, when a killer is approaching you, the game will basically just start telling you, hey, yo, something ain't right. And then it will get more intense the closer they get to you. He'll just, if you're afflicted with madness, that will just trigger even if he's nowhere near you sometimes. And then eventually, if he inflicts you with enough conditions, you'll start screaming every once in a while. The skills checks you need to do in order to activate generators will essentially just get all fucked up, appearing in various places and becoming insanely difficult to actually do. You're not allowed to use any items that the entity might have allowed you to have in these trials. And you'll just start seeing fake doctors. Now, aside from all that, in order to snap out of madness, you basically need to stay still for a moment and, like, psych yourself out of it. Or have someone else psych you out of it for you. Good luck with that. In this scenario that I have devised for myself, that is not an option. So I am just dealing with the Doctor. If I don't get electrocuted, I think I can run away from him. If he electrocutes me, I'm beyond cooked, so I think I'm gonna put him in 50-50. Bam, 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 bam. Yay. I love this game. I mentioned I love horror. Dude, Deadly Premonition is like the best dumb horror game ever. The sequel is also great, but for very different reasons. That one's also dumb. I love it. Alrighty. Up next, the Huntress. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to be one hell of a stream. Alrighty, yeah, the Huntress. The Huntress. So the Huntress is a gigantic Russian muscle mommy. Alright, really quick, let me explain her lore. Alright. As a child, Anna's parents taught her the ways of the wild in Russia. So, at a young age, Anna is able to survive in the wilderness in Russia. Russia, notoriously harsh wilderness. So, yeah. She, we're just like, I, for the sake of it, just say, like, we encounter her in the middle of the woods, and then, like, if I can run out of the woods, I'll be fine. Right? That is essentially the stipulation I gave myself. I'm not gonna be able to run away. I'm fucking done. She knows the woods. Oh man, it's extra bad though. At a young age, her mother was unfortunately killed as they were hunting together. And to her mother's credit, her mother wanted to leave in comfort and sang a lullaby that she would always sing to calm Anna down, even as she passed away, which is touching and heartbreaking. But she hums that fucking lullaby when she hunts you, and I hate that. I love it, but I hate it. That's awesome, but oh god, I'm gonna fucking shit myself. Now, my hearing is insanely good. Exceptionally good. So, the good thing about the humming of the lullaby she does is that it is actually larger than her terror radius. So I will be able to hear her probably farther away than most people would. Here's why that literally won't matter. This woman knows how to throw hatchets like she's been playing fucking Black Ops her entire life. I am not escaping a hatchet throw. She is absolutely gonna 360 no-scope dome me with a hatchet from like 50 yards and I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. There's no running away from her. Just not. She has the advantage. She knows how to track shit. She lives in the wilderness exceptionally well. She has insane fucking physicality. She's very fast. Dude, there was a time where during most likely World War I, German soldiers invaded her forest and were just chilling in her forest. She fucking killed all of them. She killed an entire squad of soldiers. She soloed, guys, by herself. Just iced an entire fucking group of soldiers. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm turbo dead. There is not a snowball's chance in hell I am going to be able to do anything against the Huntress. The only, and I do mean only, possibility I would have possibly had to survive against the Huntress was if I was a little girl, because she has a fascination with motherhood and desires strongly to be a mother. But this makes her go out to villages and kidnap little girls. But she doesn't do a really good job of taking care of them. They often end up starving or freezing to death because of this. I'm fucking dead. The Russian muscle mommy is killing me in like fucking nanoseconds. There's not gonna be a hunt. I'm fucking done. Listen. I am aware of my weaknesses, okay? I'm mortal. I'm especially aware of how down bad I can be. And you know, There's worse ways to go out, because I know that she is incredibly efficient. So, I'll take it. I'll die, but I'll take it. I'll live. I won't, but I'll live in spirit. Once again, wonderful Cloud Metal soundtrack. Play Cloud Metal, it's a great game. Or listen to the soundtrack, it's fantastic. Also, I like that this song pops up as we're talking about the Russian muscle mommy that survives in the Russian wilderness. I love when games, like, have, like, a central, like, song motif that they retool for various songs and purposes. That's one of the many reasons I love this game's soundtrack so much. So yeah, Huntress, I'm fucking done. I'm not surviving that. There is no survival. Up next. Okay, so this you might be like, holy shit, Leatherface, the Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Dragonite, you're cooked. I think I can sufficiently run away from Bubba. Because Bubba is very, 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 very strong. If he catches me, I'm fucking dead. Zero question. But I don't think he can catch me. He is not fast. He is not fast at all. He does not have the sneaking capability of Michael Myers. He does not have a speed advantage. He absolutely is not going to be chucking them chainsaws. I think I'll be able to run away from him. I'm not fighting him. You're on fucking crack if you think I'm fighting Leatherface. I'm not fighting Leatherface. I'm not fighting that. I'm running. Ooh, yay. Yeah, I'm running. I'm definitely running. I'm absolutely running. Now, if in a different world, I may or may not, probably not, but there's a potential chance that I might be able to talk Bubba down. Because Bubba is very easily manipulated. It is heavily theorized that the reason he is so willing to be in the trials is because the entity has potentially kidnapped their family. Which is why they participate in the trials. Bubba is mostly driven by instinct and fear. And I might be able. There's like no fucking. I'm not putting it in Talk No Jutsu because I don't believe this is a possibility. Like like we're talking like 99 to 1%. I'm not taking those odds. Someone who is a gambling man might want to talk Bubba down. I'm not that man. Next. Alrighty. Frederick Krueger. Alright, I got some words to pick with you. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Wanna know why? And y'all might think I'm tweaking. You guys might think that with what I'm about to do, that I am smoking on that good shit. I am abso-fucking-lutely throwing hands with Frederick Krueger. And do you want to know why? I have said this multiple times. I am a lifelong lucid dreamer. I am abso-fucking-lutely running the ones with Frederick Krueger. Bro does not know the fucking pain and torment I'm about to put him through in my dream world. You think you're the demon, bitch? Enter, I dare you. I'm fucking up Freddy. I might even make another tier where I'm like absolutely stomping. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. We'll sleep him and I'm throwing hands for now. But just know. I'm absolutely running the ones with Frederick. I'm kicking this pedophile's ass. Alright? I am absolutely gonna throw hands with Freddy. Abso-fucking-lutely, zero hesitation, no heartbeat. I am running the fucking ones with Freddy. Listen, if I was a different person, right? If I literally wasn't a fucking lucid dreamer for his entire life, I might have said I'm cooked. But nah, I'm throwing hands. I'm absolutely throwing hands. I will absolutely be able to fucking trash him in the dream realm and fucking kill him in real life. I am 100% kicking this guy's ass. Up next, the pig, Amanda Young, protege of Jigsaw. This is tricky. And the main reason this is tricky is, as it stands in the trials, Amanda basically thinks that her work for the entity is in and of itself a job given to her by Jigsaw. She is not always the most loyal to Jigsaw. She has absolutely gone around him several times to further her own goals. But as far as that is concerned within the realm, and as far as that will be concerned if she were to encounter me in the real world, that is not the case. Now the real question is, hold on really quick here. I gotta do some research here really quick. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see, how tall is Shawnee Smith in real life? She is 5'3". Could I... Because if I'm encountering Amanda, we're gonna assume that she uses her actress's height, which is 5'3", Shawnee Smith. We're gonna assume that I am effectively dealing with a 5'3" woman sneaking up on me in the middle of the woods. I think, surprisingly, I think I'm throwing hands. I think for survival, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna fucking fight this woman. By the way, these are not going to be ordered. I just feel the need to stress that. We're just putting them in place because I feel like in almost equal amounts in all circumstances, they will be where they are. But yeah, I think I would scrap with Amanda Young. Almost overwhelmingly, whenever people get caught in Saw, it is like a surprise attack. That is the point. That is how they are put in the trials. They are never like faced head on. It is always a sneak attack. I think I would be able to deal with it. I think I could, at very minimum, like see her or have enough of a sense where I wouldn't get completely got and would be able to fight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna win because she has a wrist blade and the entity gives her enhanced strength. But I will try. So yeah, I'm gonna throw the hands with Amanda. Throwing hands. That's how I feel. Up next, the clown. Good old clown, Kenneth Chase, aka Jeffrey Hawk. the Clown. This man has spent his entire life doing nothing but chasing vices, and boy, has that altered his fucking life state. Born in 1932, where, that's not a great time. Yeah, this fucking old schmeezus. This guy looks gross. This guy looks like he smells awful. You ever fucking encounter that? I hate this. I hate that a lot, not gonna lie. That feels extra gross to me. You know he smells gross. Look at him. Ugh. So, here we go. So yeah, Clown's whole scheme is chasing vices. Whether it's drugs, whether it's murder, bro is basically just always looking for a fix of some kind. And when the entity took him, oh boy, he was ecstatic. He was up a happiness. He has a horse, which is fun, named Maurice. The entity accidentally burned Maurice when taking them into the realm, but it then gave Maurice a third eye that was like supernatural and all-seeing. So the entity has the capability of doing stuff. Most notoriously about the Clown, though, however, is he liked cutting fingers. Bro would always cut fingers off and just nom on your fingers, which is not fun. Clown's power, because this is going to be important. Clown has what's known as after-peace tonic. These are essentially... Bro was on some Diddy shit. Bro was on some Cosby shit, making up that good shit to just incapacitate people as quickly as possible. And, I'm asthmatic. He throws one of those things at me, I'm fucking done. Dude, I can't even fucking deal with the aerosols in, like, hairspray. Dude, fucking perfume bottles, like, fuck with me. Like, I'm fucking, and he doesn't have to be accurate. He doesn't have to hit you directly. He just has to splash it near you enough. Them bitches got huge splash radius. I'm cooked. You think I'm like, in a normal circumstance, if I didn't have asthma, I might be able to fucking run away. But nah, if I get fucking clipped with like one bottle, I can't fucking breathe. I'm done. He's getting me. I can't. I want to, but I can't. It's not happening. Up next, the Spirit, Rin Yamaoka. Get ready to hear that name again. Poor. If there's any killers I feel bad for, there's a handful. There's a handful of killers I feel bad for. Rin is definitely at the top of that list. It's hard not to feel bad for her. She essentially was the only child to the Yamaoka family during her age. She was an only child. A smart child, went to a private university, but that plus a mother's illness started to make money tight, to put it mildly. And her father's debts just kept on growing and growing and growing and growing. And her father snapped after getting fired from his job after an incident where his company needed someone to blame, and they decided that Yamaoka Sr. was the perfect person to kick out of the company afterwards. And oh boy, did he not take that well. You see, at the time, Rin was working at various part-time jobs in order to help with the family's finances. And upon returning home, hearing screams, she discovered her father right after murdering her mother. Just body parts everywhere. And her father then retaliated against her. That is when the entity reached out to her and essentially gifted her the ability to fight back in exchange for entering the realm. And so she did. She got revenge on her father and entered the realm as the spirit. An important thing to know: in any other circumstance, I might be able to talk her down. Because as we will come to see, the Yamaoka lineage is a very notorious one in the world of Dead by Daylight. Known for their immense rage. Rin was just put in a bad position, and I think under most normal circumstances, I would be able to talk her out of it. Problem. Do you see her eyes? It is a very common, popular fan theory that killers with pure white eyes have their vision tainted by the entity to see everyone they chase as the person they despise. So to everyone in a trial, all Rin sees is her father. And she that's I'm dead. Now you might be wondering, well, what about fighting her, right? It's just some Japanese girl problem that I've yet to mention. Two things. One, she's a trained fighter. She is a well-experienced kendo fighter. So she absolutely knows how to use the swords she conjures for her attacks. And I am not an idiot. I know that me, with no combat experience, is absolutely not going to be able to fight someone off like Rin with years of combat experience. So there's that. 2, her power. She essentially spirit walks. Yin will conjure a illusion of herself in place and turn invisible. She can't see you, you can't see her. She can see the remnants of your movements left behind, gift of the entity, known as scratch marks that show where survivors are running off to. You, as the survivor, can hear her. So, on a fantastic, absolutely lovely day, with my fucking supersonic bat hearing, I might be able to consistently win enough 50-50s to fucking escape this forest. I don't think I can. Listen, I've played enough fighting games. I know what the 50-50 mix-up is like. I know that I've lost and won my good fair share. Not anywhere near consistently enough to try and gamble it fighting her. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. She's getting me. Not that I mind. But yeah, she is absolutely getting me. I'm cooked. There's no getting around that. Up next, Legion. Alright, so Legion is interesting. Legion is not one person. Legion are 4 teenagers, Frank, Julie, Susie, and Joey, who are essentially a big old group of delinquent teenagers that wanted to be serial killers. Just straight up. They wanted to be serial killers. So one day, they ganged up on a gas station attendant, killed him, and that's when the entity reached out to them and allowed them to enter its realm. Now, here's the thing. On a good day, how the trials work is you only fight one legion at a time. You only fight one. You're only fighting Frank, you're only fighting Julie, you're only fighting Susie, you're only fighting Joey. And if you're only fighting Joey, you might be able to hit Joey with the Talk no Jutsu. Joey is definitely seen as the most manipulated of that group. Everyone else, on the other hand, nah, they want that shit. They're chasing. They're absolutely chasing. And listen, I know I appear young. I assure you, I am older than I seem. A bunch of teenagers are absolutely gonna fucking catch up to me, whether it's one or whether it's four of them. The question is, can I fight them off? And the answer to that is maybe. I will absolutely try throwing my hands against the Legion, because I'm not gonna be able to run away from them. I'm gonna think they're faster. But I will absolutely try my damnedest to throw hands. Because they only encounter you one-on-one. If they encounter you in a group, you're cooked. Like, free, you're cooked. You're not escaping fucking 4 people at once, chasing you down. No, that's not happening. If you're only encountering Joey, you might be able to hit that Talk no Jutsu. Joey might just be like, hey, yo. You know, run off. You know, you can get out. Everyone else? Nah. Nah, I'm done. I'm fucking dead. I am extra dead. But I'm on time to throw my hands. I'm throwing them hands, alright? Listen, if I die, I die, but I am fighting. Their power, because I haven't mentioned it, because it hasn't really been relevant in this particular instance, is known as deep wounds. They essentially get into a frenzy and try to rapid slash you in order to weaken you over time. And yeah, that's one of the many reasons why I'm not going to be able to run away. That's one of the many reasons why I think standing your ground and just straight up fighting them head on is probably the best approach. Their power literally weakens you over time. Like, you're not escaping that one. You're cooked. So yeah, you gotta fight them. In my mind, fighting is like really the only option here. Or if there's all 4 of them, you just die. So that is the Legion. I think completely off topic. One of my favorite things about the Legion, actually, as I mentioned, the entity likes to give the killers certain benefits and the survivors in order to enhance or devalue their certain abilities, which is quite funny. One of my favorites is their mixtapes. Yeah, they're all in a band. Yeah, they're all in a band, and my favorite is an iridescent one. Iridescent essentially being the strongest type of gift the entity gives to killers. It's called the Fuming Mixtape. Here's the description: dark beats, violent shreds, and unfathomable vocals from another world fill the mind with a vibrating sixth sense. Not gonna lie, I would absolutely fucking give that a listen. And in my mind, I would like to think the entity literally just engineered them, literally made them their own fucking theme song. Which it effectively does, by the way. All the killers have their own chase theme. Which is like silly. But yeah, in my mind, I'd like to think the entity just literally made them a fucking beat. And then gave them the mixtape as like its best offering. Which is hysterical. So yeah, that's the Legion. Up next, the Plague. The Plague, real name Adiris, is a high priestess of Babylon. Yes, she is from fucking ancient Mesopotamia. Her lore is rather unfortunate. Long story short, I'm going to bullet point this because there's a lot of words here, but all you need to know is that she worships the entity. Her religion is focused on worshipping the entity. She is a high priestess of worshipping the entity. So talking is not an option. running would have been an option, except for one thing. Her name. Her namesake. The Plague. This woman projectile vomits in order to infect you with an ancient sickness that deteriorates your health, that you need to cleanse in order to not fucking die. Unfortunately, when you cleanse it, because you cleansed it, it gets amplified. If she drinks from the puddle that you cleansed from, it amplifies her fucking projectile vomit, and now it does damage. Lethal amounts of damage. Like, it hurts if you do that. So we have a woman that is projectile vomiting upwards of 25 feet chasing you, who is a blind worshiper of the fucking god that brought her to the realm, that is currently telling her to kill you. I am fucking dead. I am not talking her out. There is no 50-50, because she's absolutely going to be able to get me with that fucking vomit, because it only takes like a fucking drop, basically. Like, she can literally like fucking projectile fan that shit and catch you, and that counts. You're getting infected. You are not getting infected. You're absolutely getting infected with fucking toxic projectile vomit, in which case, what are you gonna do? Not cleanse it and just fucking die from fucking turbo bubonic? No, you gotta cleanse it. But then after you cleanse it, the next time she vomits on you, you just actually die. And then she fucking mories you. Her fucking mori is her literally picking you up and vomiting directly into your fucking face and mouth. You're dead. You're dead. Yeah, I'm not fucking surviving that. Are you on crack? Up next, Ghostface. To absolutely no one's surprise, I am absolutely throwing hands with Ghostface. Once again, similar to Amanda, his whole strength is his sneakiness, right? He tries to get you by surprise. You're not doing that. Not doing that to me. Nah. Fucking, you're behind the couch, Mr. Killer. What? How do you know? I can see your feet. Fucking, no, I'm finding him. I'm absolutely finding him. I'm absolutely throwing hands with him. I'm fighting. Fuck that shit. You think I'm not gonna throw hands with this? Oh yeah, I'm throwing hands with him. Fuck him. Fuck this guy. Fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Think I'm not gonna be fighting this motherfucker? I'm absolutely fighting this motherfucker. You must be on crack if you think I'm not fighting this motherfucker. Let's see, is there anything like special about this? If I recall correctly, basically the entity, like, brought him in, like, right after he just got done killing someone, and the entity was like, hey, yo, that was impressive, come on in. Yeah, this version of Ghostface is a journalist who essentially, you know, does all the journalizing of his own kills for the attention. That's another, you know what, that's another fucking reason why, you know what, I might actually, you know what, yeah, you know what, fuck it, hold on, real quick, yeah, row below. I'm stomping him. You know what? Get fucking Freddy's bitch ass down there. Get Ghostface bitch ass down there. Yeah, because you know this guy's weakness? Ego. I abso-fucking-lutely am gonna fuck with this guy. I am absolutely gonna fuck with this small dick, little baby bitch motherfucker. Beat his ass and win. I am 100% kicking Ghostface ass. 100%. Fun fact though, the entity really likes Ghostface. It is highly theorized that the entity, like, that Ghostface is one of the entity's favorite killers. Which is very funny. So yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Alrighty, back to adventure. That was my mom. She needed some glasses help. So yeah, I'm fucking Ghostface up. Zero question. I'm absolutely fighting his ass. Up next, the Demogorgon. Do I even fucking, like, I don't want to fucking, like, what do I look like, a fucking fire mage? Do I look like I have access to a flamethrower? Do I look like I'm a psychic being? No! Yeah, nah, Demogorgons absolutely kicked my ass. Now listen, I've never watched Stranger Things, aside from, like, a little bit of season 1 while I was in my uncle's tattoo shop. I've literally basically just never watched Stranger Things. Basically, like, I remember fuck all about it. I know that these things are, like, essentially like a hive mind of beings connected to Vecna, and they're like weak to fire. I am not a fucking Charmander. I'm not going to be able to fight that. I'm fucking dead. Yeah, I don't really think I need to fucking mention the powers, but in case you want to know, its powers in Dead by Daylight are it can essentially craft and manifest portals, and it has a special lunge attack that it can use, which is quite fun. But yeah, there's what the fuck else are you like? What do you want me to fucking say? Like, look at it. Look at this thing. These fucking, like, 7 foot tall, lanky, strong ass, claw having, fucking billions of teeth in the mouth having motherfucker. I die. Next. Jesus fucking. Okay, no, hold on. Now we need to. We're gonna do another one. Hold on. We're all above. We're gonna make this one gray. You wanna know why? No. Actually, you know what? Hold on, here's what I'll do. Ah! See, what was I doing? Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Lime green. Yeah, because now this one's yellow, because it's 50-50. This one's orange, because I'm afraid. This one... Listen. The ones in I'm Cooked are gonna kill me. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The question is, how bad will the deaths be? And if it's so bad, I'm gonna be real. I want negative smoke. Hold on, really quick. We'll move this one down here. Yeah. I'm ending it. I want next to the closest to nothingness that is possible with the people up there. Now you might be wondering, well, what's so bad about the Oni? First of all, don't call him that. Second of all, his name is Kazan Yamaoka. Hey, I told you you'd hear that name again. Yeah, the long-lasting angry bloodline that Rin has. Yeah, this is her great-great-great-great-grandfather. Oh boy. So this guy is a super battle-hardened fucking samurai with a katana and a kanabo. But more importantly, with a fucking really bad attitude. Dude is real quick to anger. Dude is especially quick to anger if you refer to him as the Oni. Why? Because he doesn't like it. He really doesn't like it. That's kind of insulting, to put it mildly. How insulting? He will literally rip your tongue out with his bare hands if you do that. Yeah, I want nothing to do with the Oni. You got it. Hand me a Kodachi. Let me end it, please. Please. Listen, I know he would respect me more if I tried to fight him, but not enough to actually spare me. And listen, respect is not gonna let me live here. I'm cooked. I'm super cooked. Oh, and his fucking power, by the way, which I failed to mention, is that, like, when he hits you, he absorbs the fucking blood that comes out of you when he hits you, and if he absorbs enough of it, he goes into a fucking super frenzy where he gains enhanced speed and fucking turbo bashes you with a Kanabo that one-shots you. I don't want to get hit in the head with a Kanabo. I'd rather not. Those are really dangerous. Hold on, if you don't know what Kanabo is, really quickly. So Kanabos are long Japanese stabs with the fucking AI as fuck image. Are long Japanese, like, clubs with fucking iron balls in there. Yeah, he's just gonna take that. You're fucking done. This guy is swinging that shit around like it's a fucking butter knife, alright? I am not fighting this guy. I'm ending it. Like, I'm good. You got it. You absolutely got it. Here you go. Just, please. Please. Up next, the Death Slinger. Caleb Quinn. Caleb Quinn, aka the Collector, the Gunslinger, Mad Mick. Irish-American in ye olden Wild West, as you might imagine. Raised by his father, an expert engineer, Caleb learned to fashion several instruments to assist him in his life. Most notably, a portable gun for implanting railway spikes. This was the Wild West in the expansion era, after all. Unfortunately, this is also during the time where, you know, if you weren't a particular type of white, they were racist to you. And poor Caleb was Irish-American. So, yeah, he unfortunately be dealing with that ye old fucking, like, extra dumb racism. Poor guy. I feel you. Despite that, he was still able to make a name with himself. Eventually becoming bounty hunter. After being in prison for a while, though, he and assisting the prison in his various engineering ways. Yeah, he would eventually make his own gang, and yeah, his gang betrayed him. And he didn't, as you might imagine, a man already through the thick of it during his time. Don't take too kindly to betrayers. Don't take too kindly to yellow-bellied varmints, right? On a good day, I might be able to talk Caleb out of it. Not gonna lie, I feel like me and him would have a surprising amount of connection. Being able to talk about his experience in life, I think it would be really interesting. Problem. Remember what I said earlier about characters with pure white eyes? Yeah, everyone Caleb chases in the realm looks like those who betrayed him. There is absolutely no talking him down. And there is absolutely no running away. He's gonna kill me. He's absolutely gonna kill me. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. In another life, similar to Wraith, in another life, I feel like I could just talk it out with them. Sadly, I cannot. I just can't. Up next. Fuck that. I've played Silent Hill. I've played Silent Hill too. Yeah, this, Pyramid Head, if you don't know, is essentially an arbiter of judgment. And, the problem with that, in real life, there's almost always something you can be judged for. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fight off Pyramid Head. Even if you gave me weapons, I'm not fighting Pyramid Head. Because the only reason Pyramid Head stops in Silent Hill 2 is because James proved his worthiness, essentially, his resolve, his willingness to forgive himself for what he's done, right? He has abandoned his desire for self-punishment and instead decides to seek retribution. This is not a fucking video game. There's not a happy ending for me here. And unfortunately, this guy is not slow. They're not slow at all. These motherfuckers be moving. These motherfuckers, then you might think, oh, they're like slowly trudging around that fucking giant ship. No, these guys are booking it sometimes, dude. I am not running. I am cooked. Next. Like, this doesn't need any further discussion. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alrighty. The Blight. Scroll on down here and open up our next couple. Alrighty, so, what is the Blight's deal? Well, the Blight's deal is rather simple. His name, Talbot Grimes, who is a Scottish scientist, who was constantly performing experiments, working on a serum he would become addicted to over time, especially as he entered the realm where the entity gave him a non-ending supply of it. Old Talbot is unfortunately just a victim to his desire for knowledge. His thirst for experimentation far supersedes any other willingness, or creeds of mercy, or any such thing. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to run away from him, because, oh boy, does that serum be giving him that good shit. That serum? Yeah, that serum is that good shit for him. Yeah, he loves that shit. Yeah, I'm basically fighting a fucking prime tweaker. I'm not gonna win. I'm definitely not gonna win. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna be able to do against that? I'm beyond dead. Holy shit. Yeah, Listen, I might be able to put up with one tweaker, alright? I'm not putting up with Super Tweaker, alright? Super Tweaker is literally built different. Up next, the twins. The twins, Charlotte and Victor Dechagues, have not had a great life. They, unfortunately, as you might imagine, with their deformity, were rather cast out during their birth in the 1700s France, and are constantly attacked by various people because of how they looked and what they did. Eventually, a group of travelers would kill Victor, the little one, and Charlotte would go into a frenzy. The entity reviving Victor and offer for their partake in the trials. However, this is the first one we're putting in Talk no Jutsu. Every kill Charlotte and Victor have had outside of the trials has been in self-defense. Everyone. Every single one. They literally just want to be left alone. And I absolutely am not only willing to leave them alone, but I would absolutely be willing to help them a little bit. Listen, I can cook. If they want food, I'll give them food. I don't mind. You can absolutely talk them down. All the people I think there's potential to talk down, I think Victor and Charlotte are the easiest ones to talk down. I absolutely believe that you could end an encounter with them peacefully. 100%. And if you're wondering what their power is, let's assume you weren't able to talk them down. Victor's not just there for show. Yeah, Victor, literally can be commanded by Charlotte to then attack survivors. And, Victor is deadly. Victor is debatably the strongest killer in the game. Buggy. Very buggy, but strong. And Victor is able to do a number of things and interact with the environment in a number of ways. But Victor is also extremely fragile, being able to be one-shot by survivors. Yeah, the survivors can actually fight back against Victor. But doing so will make Charlotte very fucking pissed off. As I mentioned, not only do I think talking it out is easiest with them, I think it's just the best course of action. Up next, Jinwoo Hak, the Trickster. As you might guess by his appearance, the Trickster is a K-pop idol. A really fucked up one. You see, the Trickster grew up with his father in his father's restaurant, most notably as a spectacle, essentially, to his father's knife-throwing tricks, which he would incorporate in his own music in various ways. But let's just say the fame and fortune he got went to his head, and after his group split apart, he went on to produce a rather different solo career. The long and short of it, to make a very long story short, this man kills his fans and uses their screams in his music. Promise to do this on one of your days off. Well, you're here now. Cause, yeah, this guy... Okay, so, like, listen, well, don't worry, we're only, like, a little bit past halfway there. We'll stop talking about Trickster real quick. If you want to see where everyone is, here you are. You're 2 hours in. Yeah, there's a lot of yapping. Like I said, I mostly wanted to do this just to talk about Dead by Daylight's like lore and background and killers. Most of this has just been me yapping. So yeah, from top to bottom, left to right, you wanted to be part of the... Well, you're here now! Stop crying about it and participate in the yapping! Anyway, our tiers so far, we have Oni and Pyramid Head in I'm Ending It. We have Huntress and Spirit in I'm Cooked and Bricked Up. We have the Wraith, the Hillbilly, the Nurse, Michael Myers, the Clown, the Plague, the Demogorgon, the Deathslinger, and the Blight in I'm Cooked. We have the Doctor in 50-50. We have the Twins in Talk No Jutsu. We have Trapper, Hag, and Leatherface in Channel Usain Bolt. That means I'm running the fuck away as fast as I possibly can. We have the Pig, aka Amanda Young, aka Protege of Jigsaw, and Legion in I'm Throwing Hands. That means I'm fighting them. I don't necessarily think I'll win, but I will be fighting them. And we have Freddy Krueger and Ghostface in I'm Stomping Them. I'm absolutely fucking rolling them motherfuckers. Any objections? I mean, it's my tier list for me personally, so I don't think it matters. The main premise of the prompt being if I were to encounter these things in the middle of the woods, and my win condition was to either fight them or escape the woods, would I be able to? Let's assume they still have their powers given to them by the entity, but not like artificial power. So anyone who would like be abnormally stronger because of gameplay reasons, like Ghostface is not stronger, but characters whose power rely on the entity, like the Wraith's invisibility, can still turn invisible, things like that. And I think this is pretty reasonable so far. Any objections? Or anyone you want me to give like a really quick like bullet point about, because I can do that too real quick, because I just talked about everyone's shown. And some I don't think I need to explain. My head started to hurt. I woke up semi-fine, but eh. Meow, 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 meow. Alrighty. Back to this twink. You see, on a normal day, I wouldn't mind running into a Korean twink, but in this particular instance, this guy's really good at what he does. Bro's been basically like a super knife master. He's absolutely more fit than I am. He's absolutely going to be able to catch up to me. At most, I might be able to like ego trip him into doing some dumb thing, but I don't even think I can do that against him, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think I'm just cooked. I think he catches me, no problem, and I think he kills me, no problem. Even if he doesn't, him being able to attack me from range with those knives, very well, is going to do just such a number on my stamina potential that even if I was to try and fight him, I don't think I would be able to. God, gotta love Sonic fan music being just as good as Sonic music. Alrighty, up next. Fuck it. It's fucking Nemesis. Do I look like Jill Valentine to you? Do I even need to bother explaining why the 9-foot-tall, several hundred-pound, tentacle, rocket launcher walking through brick wall motherfucker is not something I even have a remote chance against?
Yo, give me something to dance to.
Yeah, I'm not winning. I'm not winning. I'm not running. There is nothing I will be able to do against Nemesis. Like, I'm just dead. I die. Here's me. I am he. I die. Next. Okay, okay, so Pinhead causes complications. So, Pinhead's whole shtick revolves around the Lament configuration. That little funny box in my box thingamabob he holds. It's called the Lament configuration. If you solve the Lament configuration, Pinhead and his fellow species members, the Cenobites, are then summoned and take you off to their universe, where you will essentially be converted into one of them. What are they? Well, they were human. They're now essentially nothing more than sadomasochistic, fetishistic demons. Angels to others. Now, why do I say that? Well, believe it or not, Pinhead doesn't actually have that negative of a streak. You see, if you're not solving the Lament configuration, or you're not the one who wanted it solved and someone else solved it for you, he will leave you alone. He won't interact with you at all, come to think of it. If you're not messing with the Lament configuration, you are essentially fine. As a matter of fact, he has been accidentally summoned a few times and has taken mercy on the people there, and has actually gone out of their way to do them favors. So, we're going to assume that I, matching my melanin, knew not to fuck with the Lament configuration, and Pinhead was just accidentally summoned. I think this is a pretty fair talk no jutsu. If that, I don't even think he would even appear before me. I'm not touching the box. I'm not solving the box. He just happens to appear. He leaves me alone. I think I'm good. I think I'm pretty good. Up next, the artist. So Carmina Mora is rather interesting. She was a Chilean artist, as you might guess by her name, who defied her government, making various art pieces criticizing her government. And naturally, as a mean government tend to do, they went a little overboard and cut off her hands and, I believe, tongue in order to kill her. That is when the entity reached out and offered her its power in exchange for partaking in the trials. Aside from her being, her essentially being tied to the entity, I think this is a talk no jutsu. It's not a high talk no jutsu, but I think I would be able to have a sufficient enough conversation with her about government corruption, about art and its place in the world, etc. And I don't think she would kill me. I think I could talk her. I think I could. Listen, it's not going to be the greatest talk. It's not going to be the safest talk. But I think I can. 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 So I will. Also, quality music to pop up while talking about the artist. The Love Off soundtrack. Up next. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. God damn it. This is very revealing. Listen. Listen, some people are rather fond of Sadako. Some people are rather different when she approaches. Some it's like some people some people may or may not already have a folder of Sadako and very compromising poses and compositions. But I wouldn't know about that. I definitely wouldn't know about that. Yeah, I'm dead. It could be worse. Did I move it? Yeah, I did. All right. Up next. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, real quick. Her power. I don't think I need to explain her power. If you've seen The Ring, you know what her power is. She has immense psychokinesis and literally the ability to implant curses on you that kill you. And because of her power gifted by the entity, it kills you is way quicker than 7 days. You're gonna fucking die. But it could be worse. Next. The Dredge. The Dredge is interesting. The Dredge essentially being an all-encompassing embodiment of darkness. Even if you're not afraid of the dark, like, the Dredge's mere appearance and ability to essentially appear and manifest out of darkness as it wants is just, you're not winning. You're not. There's only so much you can do to a being made out of literally pure darkness. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing you can do here. Next. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all he'll give me, but 7 minutes is, it ain't gonna be that long. Listen, this is not Marvel vs. Capcom. I am not Phoenix Wright. I am not, absolutely not, gonna be able to deal with Wesker. This guy is incredibly physically strong because of his virus. He is incredibly intelligent. He is incredibly cunning. Even though he was technically weakened by the entity in order to further the trials, he actually doesn't really mind that because it means he gets to play with his food more. Because yeah, this guy's the ego the size of a fucking planet, but unlike the Trickster, I'm not gonna be able to fucking do anything about it. There's no manipulating him. This guy dodges fucking bullets. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do against him? Like, actually, please, tell me, what do you think I'm gonna do against Mr. Gucci here, huh? Like, there is... Like, really, what am I going to do here? I have no combat experience, I have no military experience, I have no, like, real fucking, like, none of that. There's none of that. I got nothing that'll help me if I get infected. I got nothing that'll fucking keep him off me. I'm a fucking insect to him, alright? To him, I'm as valuable as a summer ant. I'm done. I'm extra done. I want no part of it, because I definitely don't want to die by Ouroboros infection. I played Resident Evil. I know how horrifying that shit looks. I'm good. Next, the Knight. This is another fucking, I know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, like this is, so you know Legion, right? You know how Legion's like literally 4 dudes? Yeah, imagine if those 4 dudes were medieval knights that partook in large amounts of fucking revelry and debauchery and constant combat and just were absolute fucking menaces. Yeah, Tarhos here, was basically stolen as a child by a mercenary group and raised as a mercenary his entire life. His power is to literally summon his friends, the Guardia Campagna. He literally summons his boys to fucking jump you. Yeah. Yep. He just summons 4. Bro, just actually, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking extra, super, mega, ultra, turbo dead. Because not only does this guy fight extremely well, not only has this guy been fighting literally since childhood, not only is this guy loyal to his fucking band of merry misfits, not only, but he fucking enjoys the chaos. He likes it. I can't talk him down, I can't run away, I can't fucking fight him. I'm absolutely not fighting him. I'm not gonna fuck up. That is all red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. I'm fucking dead. Like, what the, actually, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, and there's, like, no joke, there's gonna be less I'm gonna be able to do here. And it's especially bad because his Mori is literally him just summoning his boys to fucking wombo combo you. You're cooked. You're cooked. Fuck that. Next. Oh. Well, this is different. Scarousal hides from no man. Adriana Imai, the Skull Merchant. Born and raised in Brazil, she, as a child, became a fucking multi-millionaire with her intellect after a bit of turmoil during her school. You see, her family eventually ran out of funds for her education, so she got kicked out of school. She killed the valedictorian is not the proper word, but, you know, like, effectively the valedictorian afterwards out of spite. But, oh boy. Yeah, she, with that fucking rage, basically decided to become a fucking super mega ultra bajillionaire. Which she did. And, you know, someone said this, and this is a good, like, compromise, a good, like, thing to point out. I think it was Asimov. She's like an evil version of Batman. Because whereas Batman's parents died and he used his money to help people, Adriana's parents died and she decided to become the embodiment of her father's manga character, the Skull Merchant. A character who essentially puts people, like a bunch of rich asshole CEOs, into a combat area to hunt them. She just hunts them. She just hunts whoever the fuck. Like, yeah, I'm bored. Time to go hunt some trillionaires. That's her. That's what she does. She's incredibly strong. She's incredibly intelligent. She's incredibly cunning. There's absolutely no fucking way I'm gonna be able to fight her. Even if she didn't have the fucking, like, super turbo prosthetic arm with the goddamn wrist blades bigger than my goddamn waist. Bro, she's way smarter than me. She's gonna be hitting them ultimate tactics. I'm not winning against her. Are you on crack? And she's absolutely not gonna fucking fall for the talk no jutsu Riz. Yeah, that's not happening. She's too fucking smart for that. Would I try? Yes. But that's not happening. Listen, I know my limits. Up next. Fucking Christ. Yeah, we're just gonna, yep, and there we go. That is the Singularity, also known as Hux, because that was one of his code names. So you know Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? The AI made to help humanity that grew to hate humanity and killed all of humanity except 5 people to torture in an infinite loop to the end of time. What if you gave Am legs? Yeah, what if you gave Am legs and biomechanical organisms that he shoots at you to experiment on you? Yeah, this thing, to no one's surprise, has an absolute immeasurable hatred of humanity. I am cooked. I am absolutely cooked. I want no part of what he's doing to me. But even if I want no part of what he's doing to me, he'll fucking drag it out. He will absolutely drag it out. This guy fucking hates people. I know he hates people, alright? Alright? This man, this being, this thing, alright? Fucking will go next level. Alright, listen, like, he's gonna be, like, fucking extra mean because, like, bro, he's gonna be, like, hearing everyone refer to all the AI bots as clankers, and then he's just gonna be, like, extra mean to every human he comes across, even if you never fucking called the AI a clanker before. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. I don't want it. I really don't want it. The worst part is, the reason he looks like that is because the survivor that was paired with him, named being Soma, if I remember correctly, managed to somewhat defeat him and, ruin his body a bit. So, yeah, he's probably got some grudges. Extra grudges. I'm good. You got it. You know. Let's see. We only have a handful left. I think I can just open all of these in the pages here. There we go. Up next. Okay. So, people have killed xenomorphs before. Several times. It is not an uncommon occurrence. Problem. They all had weapons. I do not have weapons. I am now in the middle of the woods, having to run away from an apex predator with no weapons. I know what they do to people. I want no part of that. You keep those facehugger fuckers away from me. Side note, I'm kind of wishing I had a picture of the Queen here from Dead by Daylight, because like it's like extra funny because they made the Queen like really thick for no reason, and it's pretty funny. So yeah, I'm not winning against this. You're on crack if you think I'm gonna be able to find a fucking xenomorph with my bare hands in the middle of the woods. Nope. Next, Chucky. Once again, to absolutely no one's surprise, I'm fucking stomping this dumbass doll's face. Absolutely, I'm clapping Chucky. He is getting the ones. I'm fucking ruining this doll. Think I'm gonna be scared of some little bitch baby doll? What the fuck? Huh? No! What the fuck? What why are we talking about this? Like, really? What is there to talk about here? Bro is 2 feet tall. Can you kick a toddler? Yes! Congratulations! You can fight Chucky. Cause dude, everyone in the fucking movies is like as fucking turbo dumb, except Andy. Cause like even fucking Andy eventually like gets got because plot. So like bro, like come on. Yeah, I'm fucking fighting this doll to the bitter end. This is the end, friend. I'm kicking his fucking dumbass Barbie booty. I am fucking him up. What I gotta worry about? Some fucking voodoo magic? Man, voodoo these nuts. I gotta worry about fucking butcher knife? Nigga, I got knives too. Puerto Rican. Come on. What the fuck? What, really? Bro gets fucking killed by kids. If you're telling me that you're gonna let a fucking kid beat this guy and you're not, you're fucking bitch made. You know what? I hope he gets you. You're like... Yeah, nah. Free. Free! Free! Absolutely free. Next. This is the unknown. If you ask me, it is probably overall Dead by Daylight's best original killer. What is it? We don't know. Where's it from? We don't know. Why does it look like that? We don't know. What does it do? Kills people who know about it. So naturally, if I'm in the middle of the woods and it's chasing me, I'm going to assume that I am unfortunately aware of its existence and now it's chasing me. I die. It's faster than me. It's stronger than me. It's gonna fucking absorb me into itself with its weird fucking sand tentacles. And I'm going to die. And then it's going to wear my skin and then kill my family. I'm dead. I'm extra dead. There's no winning against this. Dude, this thing fucking fights the entity on occasion. I'm not winning. Side note, fantastic voice work. Again, as far as the original killers in Dead by Daylight are concerned, the unknown is absolutely, like, I think, like, their peak design. So yeah. Yeah, there is no getting around that. I'm extra cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked. Side note, rest in peace to Unknown's voice actress Zoe Alexandria Wendorf, who passed away sadly 2 months after Unknown was released into the game. She did an absolutely fantastic job. I think aside from like the doctor's laugh, everything about the Unknown's voice work is phenomenal and is one of my favorite things about it. Up next, Vecna, the Lich. The fucking Lich. I've seen his Mori. Bro just gets the fucking gaggle of bone gooners and just fucking melts your flesh and muscle off. What the fuck am I gonna do against this? Even within the realm, in a slightly weakened state, he's mostly just there on cruise control. He's mostly just kind of chilling, just kind of learning about the entity. Bro's not even fazed by it. I don't think it's any surprise. Like, is there anything a regular person can do to Vecna without being like a fucking super strong, like, D&D magic person doing fucking quadruple turns in one fucking... I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything here. I like realistically, like, come on. This is real life. Bro holds me in place with like fucking magic hands and then rips my flesh off. I die. Really quick, let me actually get my other bottle of water. Alrighty, I'm back. New bottle of water. Throat's getting a little sore. I'll live. I'm still getting over how sick I was last time. Let me, like, re-put on my hat. Boop. And... God, cloud metal music is so good. For real. Like, it's so fucking hysterical when, like, dumb, horny games end up having, like, ridiculously good gameplay elements and music and visuals and fantastic sprite work and all that shit. Cloud Metal, great game. There we go. There you go. Fuck it. Bam. I like this one a lot. Yeah, Vecna. Really quick. It's true. His meow stepped away for a bit, but yeah, I don't think it's any surprise that, like, I'm gonna... Because, you know, I don't play D&D. So let's see Meow does play D&D. Literally all of my other friends play D&D. So let's see. For some, you know, let's phone a friend here. What would I be able to do against Vecna? Oh god, yeah, hold on, my fingernails are like actually bothering me. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. Yeah. Just for like extra question, is there anything like a regular person can do against Vecna? I would assume not. Like, but out of curiosity, I'm curious. Like, is there theoretically anything I could possibly interact with to like get him the fuck off me, even for a little bit? It's probably not gonna work, but probably not. I don't D&D, so I don't know. But I think him being, you know, zombie Hitler is probably enough of a fucking warning sign that I'm just cooked. Oh, I need a new file. Oh, this poor baby. Yeah, I don't... I'm almost certain there's nothing I can do here. Like... Yeah, no, yeah. I don't D&D. I'm not familiar enough with D&D where even if I did know something that might be able to fucking do something against him, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to use it with my fucking dumb ass. Like, I'm gonna fucking get something and I'm gonna, like, end up inverting my flesh while trying to fight him or something. I'm good. I'm beyond good. He wins. He got it. Up next. Fucking... Do I look like fucking Belmont to you? That's motherfucking Dracula. Motherfucking Dracula! And even though, once again, he's slightly weakened by the entity here in Dead by Daylight, I only say slightly because, like, I'm gonna be real. If there's any killer who is actually able to just straight up fight the entity and win, it's Dracula. Like, Dracula would absolutely run the ones with the entity, but is basically just complying with it out of boredom. Bro, at most, I would be able to, like, chill with him for, like, a fucking microsecond, criticizing the hypocrisy of the church. That's it. That's it. I get, like, a second where he's like, ha, indeed, and then he kills me. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Also, he has all his transformations. Bat form, fucking wolf form, mist form. How do you run away from mist? What do you have, a fucking fan? In the middle of the woods? Yeah, nah. Die. I die. Like, I just die. Listen, if anything... him appearing means I get to hear... this for a while. Listen, this right here, the best part about this. Free, absolutely, it's the best part about this. Listen, at least I will die with good tunes in my brain. But I am dying. Cause yeah, regular ass people don't fight him. Nah, we're talking literal fucking super holy beings or like other fucking creatures of the night that amplify their power through various means in order to fucking take him on. Yeah, I'm not winning. It's fucking Dracula. Next. The Hound Master. Can't pet that dog! Can't pet that dog! So the Hound Master is interesting. The Hound Master grew up in the Caribbeans with her father. And her father was attacked and killed by pirates. And she sadly had to escape, abandoned on an island. Said island being where an overlap is. An overlap being an area where the entity's influence invades the real world. And she survived there. With a cane corso, a notoriously difficult to manage and raise and control dog. She has raised basically a demon hellhound cane corso on an island where she's fighting like super demons that the entity is just releasing. Do you think I'm fighting her? Once again, at best, we're both Caribbean. I'm Jamaican, and I don't think it specifies exactly what part of the Caribbean she's from, but I'm Jamaican. You know, we can sip some shit. Maybe. I doubt it. She's notoriously ruthless. She's winning. She's winning. The dog is helping her. I would like to pet the dog before I die. I don't think she's gonna let me out. I am done. I'm done. It's that simple. Also, oh boy, does she be yapping. She be yapping. She has a ton of lines she says to survivors, especially when killing them in her Mori. It's really funny. But yeah, I'm not winning. I'm definitely not winning. Up next, Ken Kaneki, the ghoul from the anime and manga Tokyo Ghoul. A manga I am not the most familiar with, but I know enough about it, and in particular where it interacts with the entity. As I recall, the entity basically took young Kaneki here after he was just finished killing his torturer, Jason. At essentially his most emotional state, his most deprived state. If it wasn't for that, to my knowledge, Ken Kaneki is usually a rather level-headed person. But because this version is specifically the version that is basically fiending 24/7, I'm not going to be able to fight him. I'm not going to be able to... If it was a more subdued, normal, not hungry version, I absolutely would talk to him. I could talk to him. I'm not going to be able to run away because his fucking weird-ass, like, blood slurp tentacles called Kagune. Yeah, he be Spider-Man-ing with those things. Like, literally, that's his power. He uses the Kagune to basically fucking grappling hook across the trials. And he's one of the best killers in the game because of it. Mobility is very strong in Dead by Daylight. So yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. If it was any other moment, in his life, I would have probably been fine. Unfortunately, because it's this moment, I die. Alright. 2 more. Is this motherfucking guy Springtrap, aka William Afton? Bro be using the power of Frederick Fazbearington himself. I don't know too much about Five Nights at Freddy's, never was really up my alley, but I know enough to know that this guy is actually, like, supernaturally strong. Like, we like to make the joke that, like, oh, he just kills kids, I would totally fuck him up. No! Not in Dead by Daylight! Nah, he's lifting giant grown-ass men with one hand and impaling them with a big-ass pizza knife. Fucking chucking fire axes at you. Fucking popping out of fucking emergency doors for fun. Like, I am not winning. I'm not winning. I know better, alright? Once again, I know my limits. I know what I am. I am a man. I die. Now, question. Is it going in I'm cooked or I'm ending it? Not gonna lie, I think I would probably prefer... No, wait, I'm ending it. Because, yeah, if he catches me, he'll probably fucking try and shove me in the goddamn machine. Yeah, no, I'm ending it. I was about to say I'm cooked because his Mori is him putting you on, like, a doohickey of doom. It's like this weird saw robot. It's, like, really fucking funny, but, like, it will kill you fast. But yeah, nah, the last thing I want is to be another fucking animatronic. I'm good. I've got no weapons. I'm in the middle of the woods. Yeah, that's prime jump scare material. This motherfucker is absolutely just gonna pop out of nowhere and just be like, rah! And just fucking, and just hit me with like, and just, I'm just dead. So yeah, I'm good. Alright, and our final killer, and our original killer for Dead by Daylight, the Kursu. If somehow you have gotten this far and you have any aversion to gore, for the love of God, I will not be upset with you if you leave now. Have you left? This is your final warning. Okay. So, the Kursu. The Kursu is based on an ancient Indonesian mythology, which is pretty cool. The Kursu here, named Burong Sukapat, wanted to be a singer. Really badly. And, oh boy, did the desire to be famous for her singing become stronger and stronger and stronger. And she just couldn't take it anymore. So eventually, a fellow singer gave her a bottle, which would improve her ability. Only to... Listen, I had to get this picture instead of the other picture, because the other picture, if you know what a Kursu is very bad. It is her portrait. Long story short, she became an Indonesian witch, is the best way to put it, whose most notorious feature is disemboweling all of their internal organs and attaching them to, like, their head and flying off and impaling people and cursing people with tentacle magic. Now, as bad as that is, because it is bad, there's an advantage. The Kursu, their organs are still their weak point. And I am in the woods. I am not saying I would live, because I probably won't. But what I am saying is, there is a very non-zero chance that I find some kind of wooden tool, some kind of even just long stick, and I'm able to impale something. Even if it doesn't kill her, it will let me escape. I think standing and fighting is the option here. It's not a good option, but it's the option I'm taking. With that, thank you for sitting with this yappening of Dead by Daylight and their killers. Once again, I really like the universe that Dead by Daylight is a part of. I find it fascinating. I think it's really cool. I think it's a really great piece of horror media. I just really wish the game was better. I really do. Listen, I play MOBAs. I play fighting games. I've played toxic shit. I'm not touching Dead by Daylight. Because y'all need to get over yourselves. Truly. With that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being tomorrow, where we will have probably have a very silly PlayStation 1 fighter that I've been thinking of for a while. Thank you! Later!